Hi, this is Rick, Vintage Oddball Cards. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Well, as you can see, I have a different background. I finally completed my office. It's only been 8 months, and if I had the technology, the way to do this and splice that together, I would show you the whole room one of these days. I'll figure all that out, but pretty much I'm going to be focused right here. I have the Buster Posey behind me, autograph Buster jersey. Over here I have the Dave Blue Jacket 66 Harper's Weekly on the wall. Down below a Rick Barry jersey, and the stick is a autographed Joe Thornton, Jumbo Joe Thornton, one of the great Sharks hockey players. So hopefully I'm going to be in this room when I make videos from now on. Hopefully the lighting's okay. Sound-wise, I have a cold, so you have to bear with me with that. But today I thought I would show you some cards that were produced outside of the U.S. And you know, years ago, God, just like 5 years ago, some of these cards were really dirt cheap compared to American issues. Cards from Canada, especially the baseball cards, the German issues, the Cuban issues. You can get Hall of Famers for practically nothing. But nowadays, that's completely changed in the hobby. And today I thought I'd show you some examples of cards I have of Hall of Famers, different kind of issues. So we're going to start with one of my favorites, and this is the 1923 Maple Crispet of Babe Ruth here in an SGC2. And this was issued in Canada, and a 30 card set. On the back here you can see if you turned in those 30 cards to the company, you would have a choice of a ball or a glove. Of course, to mess with the kids, they short printed one of the cards, which is the Casey Stengel card. And it's very rare to find one. I don't think PSA's ever graded a Casey Stengel card. PSA this, I think the pop report's around 20 on these. This is just a beautiful example. This card's gone crazy. Just recently, a card in a, I believe it was a PSA or SGC2, I'm not sure, remember, but it went for $10,000, and mine even looks better. It's a lot clearer picture of the Babe here. So, and I didn't pay anywhere close to this years ago. So it's just crazy how some of these rare, scarce issues outside of the country, prices have really skyrocketed. So this is one of my favorites. Next, I've shown this one before, but before it goes in the safety deposit box, I thought I'd show it again. Another Canadian issue, Worldwide Gum, the Babe here. This one here, one of the least expensive Ruths, plain day Ruths you can buy. It's the 1932 Bulgaria Sport. And you got two Hall of Famers on here. You have the Babe and Max Smelling, and he's promoting a fight, and Babe, he's at one of Babe's baseball games here. And, the pop on these, probably around 500 or so. If you go on eBay, you're going to find them. I would guess, I kind of looked up the prices on these, and this one's, I think, going for around $400, which is, for a Ruth card, plain day Ruth card, that's a pretty good deal. But still expensive when you're coming up with $400. But on the back here, you can kind of see, I have no idea what this says, but the Babe and Max. Next, another one of my favorites. I should have picked this one up years ago, and I lost out on a eBay auction years ago, and this is another card that's really, prices have skyrocketed. And it's the Babe's 1932 Abdullah Tobacco card. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. It's a German issue company, tobacco company. I bought this one from a gentleman on Net54. I talked to Josh, and he was saying that this guy's a good deal. He's bought cards from him before, so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna pull the trigger, and I picked this one up. I thought a fair deal. On the back here, you're gonna see kind of what it looks like. Try to go semi-fast here because I have multiple cards here. This one here, I've mentioned before, I've shown it. It's a 1927 Honey Boy of Tris Speaker. Another Canadian issue. These are really tough. PSA is only graded this one and a canceled one that was hole punched. And what you would do in order to get a brick of Honey Boy ice cream, you would turn in the cards directly to the company, literally drive to the company to turn in the cards, and they would give the cards back, but they would hole punch them. So you will see hole punch cards of Honey Boy, and the actual company is called Purity Ice Cream Company. Not sure why they did that name, the set Purity Ice Cream instead of Honey Boy, because Honey Boy was actually the ice cream that you would get when you turned in the cards. So on the back here, I just mentioned about turning in the cards to receive a block of ice cream. So this one's very, very, very tough. The big boy card, extreme big boy card, is the Ruth card. See here, these are more common. This is a Nielsen Chocolate 1922, and very similar to E120 American Caramel cards. The Dave Bancroft here, a shortstop Hall of Famer. I think he was inducted in 1971, which was kind of questionable whether he's a Hall of Famer or not, but heck, his name's on the plaque. So, and you can see here what it looks like. The Nielsen Big League bars. The card would come with the the candy bar. This one here is the Willards Chocolate. Love the Willards Chocolate. I would love to have the Ruth. One of my good friends, Josh J. Stoudemire 1, has a beautiful example. I'll have to settle with a Home Run Baker. And I actually got this one graded myself. I collect Home Run Baker cards. A couple years ago, I showed you all the cards I have of the great third baseman Home Run Baker. It is blank back. Another Canadian issue. Next year, 1924, they came out with the Willards Chocolate came out with a different kind of card. Looks like a bookmark to me. Shaped like a bookmark. But Eddie Collins here. It's blank back. The Ruth would be the key card in the set. And this one here says second baseman, Chicago White Sox. This one is a 1925 Turf Cigarettes. It's a there you go. Horizontal card there. And this is of George Sisler. George Sisler was a hitting machine. And this is a UK card. Got this one also graded myself. On the back here, it's kind of interesting on the back here. There's two things that are incorrect about this. One, it mentions that George was the all-time American League batting, had the highest batting average, but that wasn't true. In 1901, Nap Lajoie batted .426, where George only batted .420. It also mentions something about a monument that was going to cost $100,000 that was actually never built, but kind of inexpensive George Sisler card. George Sisler, you know, doesn't get enough credit how good a player he was. He was one of Branch Rickey's favorite players. And when George retired and Branch Rickey was running the Pirates and the Dodgers, he would be a special assistant. And actually helped, I read somewhere, helped Roberto Clemente with his batting, and also Jackie Robinson. Apparently he was a very good hitting coach. This one's pretty obscure, and this is the smallest card you're ever going to see of Gabby Hartnett. This is a Cuban issue. Very, very small cards. You would be able to see, let's see, this is what it looks on the back, but with 2 pieces of caramel, you would receive, purchasing 2 pieces of caramel, apparently you'd receive a card. How about a German issue Grover Alexander transfer? It's like a reverse negative. Looks like basically a stamp. Blank back. 1923. Couple more. How about the 46 Propaganda Bob Feller? You see these out there. I would like to have the Chrissy Mathewson, Ruth. There's a Ty Cobb. We'll go with the rookie card of Stan the Man, Musial, which is a very expensive one that my friend Don, Field of Dreams, would love to have. And on the back here, you kind of see what it looks like. Now, Don, do you have that card? You might even have that card now that I'm thinking about it. But you can let me know. I'm sure you will. And then I got this one at the last year's National, and I really care less about the front. I purchased this from a friend, Robert, Prestige Collectibles, and he's a YouTuber, has his own channel, just an expert on Japanese baseball cards. And each year we always go by and say hi to him, and always gives a great deal. And the reason I bought the card, it has Ted Williams on the back here. Plain day Ted Williams card. So those are some of my cards, at least Hall of Famer cards. And hey, thanks for watching. This is Rick, Vintage Oddball Cards. Bye.